it's been a torrent of negativity against him, the situation.
Jason Arday's family has spoken publicly for the first time since his death, and their statement makes clear exactly what they believe led to it. A campaign of abuse, they say, became too much for him to bear. Arday, the former Cambridge professor of sociology of education, was found unresponsive at a property in Battersea, South London on Friday afternoon. He was 41. In a statement issued through his publisher Simon & Schuster UK, his family described him as a gentle man who always wanted to see the best in everyone, and said they were in shock to have lost an amazing father, partner, brother, uncle, and son. The statement was direct about what they believe drove events toward this outcome, saying Arday had been subjected to a campaign of sustained abuse for more than 3 years, dating back to when he first accepted his professorship at Cambridge, led by people who would leave no stone unturned in their quest to undermine him. They added that the campaign of misinformation had ultimately become too much for him. The family closed their statement with a direct plea, asking the press to leave them alone and to stop what they described as a campaign of harassment that had been waged against Arday and his family for too long, saying they wouldn't be commenting further beyond that request. The Metropolitan Police confirmed that officers were called to the property by the London Ambulance Service at 3:12 p.m. on Friday, where a 41-year-old man was pronounced dead at the scene. Police said his next of kin have been informed and are being supported by officers, and that while his death is being treated as unexpected, it is not believed to be suspicious. The case has been passed to the Met Central South Command Unit, with a file being prepared for the coroner. Arday's death came just over a week after he resigned as professor of sociology of education at Cambridge on August 5th, following a period of intense scrutiny over allegations of plagiarism in his academic work. He had become Cambridge's youngest ever black professor when he took up the role, a milestone that had drawn significant attention to his career even before the controversy began. Tributes and statements followed quickly from institutions connected to his academic career. Education Secretary Lucy Powell said she was deeply shocked and saddened to learn of his death, writing that her heartfelt condolences were with his friends and family, and urging people to give them privacy during an incredibly difficult period, adding a reminder that there are real people with loved ones involved. Cambridge Vice-Chancellor Professor Deborah Prentice said the university was desperately saddened by the tragic news, extending heartfelt sympathies to Arday's family and friends. Universities where Arday had previously worked also paid tribute. A spokesperson for the University of Glasgow, where he served as a professor from January 2022 to March 2023, said the institution was deeply shocked and saddened by the death of their former colleague, extending thoughts and deepest sympathies to his friends and family. Durham University, where Arday was a member of the sociology department between 2019 and 2022, issued its own statement, remembering him as a kind and warm person who actively sought to promote opportunities for PhD students and expressing deepest sympathy to his family. The University of Cambridge has separately confirmed it will review its relevant processes alongside an ongoing investigation into the circumstances of Arday's original appointment, a process that had already been underway before his death and is expected to continue. For a man whose academic rise had been held up as a landmark moment at one of the world's most prestigious universities, the final chapter of Arday's public life became defined instead by scrutiny, resignation, and now, according to the people who knew him best, a level of sustained pressure his family says ultimately proved too much. Their request now is simple: privacy, and an end to the kind of coverage they say contributed to his death in the first place.